After that incredible performance, we have Bollywood actress, model, dancer, entrepreneur here with us. Welcome, the one, the only Sunny Leone. Welcome, Sunny, to Bollywood Monster Mashup. We're so excited to have you here. And after that performance, are you ready to kick it back and have like a nice chat with your audience?
Of course, I'm so excited. I was so happy to be able to do this performance, and all the girls who were with me, they worked really hard. So thank you to them, and thank you to you guys working so hard to put this all together.
Of course. All right. Just a reminder that we're going to be taking your questions. Sunny, we're so excited to do this live chat with you. I know your fans have been dying all day to ask you their questions. So let's begin. Make sure to post your question in the comment section below, along with your name, and make sure it's a good one because we're going to be picking the best one.
Censorship. Censorship.
All right. I know the questions are coming in. Sunny, I'm going to take the first one, if that's okay, because I've been dying to interview you. So we just saw you perform at Bollywood Monster Mashup. You did an amazing job, but I wanted to ask you, when you first found out you'd be performing, that too remotely, how did that make you feel?
Absolutely, so excited. Just like most people out there who work in entertainment, we have been doing nothing for months and months and months. And it's not a good feeling to, not be working or not doing what we love to do. So when I got offered this, of course, so excited. Like I said, my girls who dance with me on this, they all worked really, really hard because they didn't know the routine. They had to learn it. And some of the girls had never danced on Bollywood tracks. So it's their first time. So that's really cool. And I'm just happy to be able to do something. I'm Sunny today. I'm so excited.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, Sunny, now I'm going to take you back a little bit before we get to your fans' questions. I'm going to take you back to Sarnia. So you grew up in Sarnia, and we heard that you were one of the only Indian kids growing up. Did you feel like you were isolated at all? Were you comfortable with your surroundings? How was that experience? Because I know there's a lot of people out there that probably would have gone through the same thing.
Sure. Well, where I was born was a very small city, and there was an Indian community there, but it was very small. It wasn't, large like Toronto or a lot of the different places in Canada. So yeah, it was a little difficult being brown girl with all this black hair everywhere.
Brown girl problems, right?
when you want to go and shave your legs and your mother's like, huh? No way, that's not happening. And then you do it secretly anyways, and you cut yourself and all sorts of crazy stuff. But girl problems. Yeah, it definitely, there were moments that were, challenging for sure. But I feel that besides those challenging moments, I grew up in a nice neighborhood, and my parents provided for us, just like most of the parents out there try to give their children everything they can, or everything that's at their disposal. So besides these small things, that definitely shapes you as a young lady, by the way. I think it's a part of growing up, and we're never going to live in a world where children are not bullied, or they're not, not made fun of for some reason or another. That's the world and society we live in. So we have to just teach our children and teach people around us that you're perfect the way that you are, and let's figure out how to get past it and be a better person.
I think that's beautiful, the way you just articulated that. We actually have a program here called Monster Arts for the Youth, and our goal is just to make sure South Asian children feel that their culture is represented in their school curriculum, and so they don't feel that isolation, and to also make sure that children of other culture feel like comfortable participating. So hopefully programs like these will help alleviate all those problems. But that was super serious. I'm going to go to Amin for some fun fan questions now.
Yes, I'm so excited to hear what the fans want to ask Sunny. So here's the first fan question, and that is courtesy of Sherry Jeet, who says, what makes Sunny Leone different from other Bollywood actresses?
I don't know. My elbow? No, I'm just kidding. I like to consider myself pretty professional. I think when you work in any industry, whether it's entertainment or you know, you're going to a corporate job. I think the main thing in today's society is if you're a professional, if you show up on time, you show up with a smile on your face, no matter how angry you are, or if somebody is bothering you. I think that that definitely sets the tone. Most people within the industry know that if I commit to a job, I'm definitely going to be there. I'm going to be on time. I'm going to be professional. So I like to say that there might be maybe a handful of different female artists that also believe in this, but I love those unprofessional people because that means that I get their job.
Perfect. Okay, we're gonna go straight into another question from Brandon, who says, "Great performance tonight, Sunny." His question is, if you had a bucket list of achievements, what is something that you have not done yet that you would still like to accomplish?
That's a very interesting question. Something that I would still like to accomplish professionally or just personally, like.
I think you could choose either or give us both, whatever you feel like.
I want to learn how to be a lot more flexible, learn how to do the splits, you know, like those girls with the layup.
They go crazy.
Yeah. So, and finding like my inner like balance and peace. Like I started meditating through this whole COVID lockdown, and that's something that's really interesting, but finding how to control like not getting crazy through this whole process, because it's very difficult. I know a lot of people out there might understand me when we talk about being mentally healthy. So I think after this whole lockdown, hopefully I'd learn something about myself and being calm and keep it zen.
Getting that zen life.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the fans again. And here's a question from Yashwant. His question to you, Sunny, is what is your best ever career moment?
I think that shooting with Shahrukh during the song Laila, that definitely was an amazing moment, because through all the crazy and all the hate and all these people saying, you can imagine what, it was definitely a moment that made myself proud, and my entire team, because we worked so hard fighting the negativity and fighting hate and fighting people who don't want to hire me because of XYZ. And then somebody as big as Shahrukh decides, yes, no, I want to hire you. I want you to be part of my film and part of the song. So that was definitely a great moment.
That sounds like such a liberating moment. And just to continue on that track, Sunny, we have a question from Jam. And Jam says, what advice would you give your past self and your future self?
My future self that, you know, I told you so, everything's just fine. Because we all tend to panic and go, this is all going to go crazy. What's happening here? And we tend to panic and worry. I worry a lot about everything. It's part of who I am. And my past self would be continue on the path you're going, because life is beautiful.
That was lovely.
Amazing.
Over to you.
All right, so this question I actually have for you too, Sunny. It looks like Vicky also had this question. His question is, how are you enjoying being home with the kids?
I love it. No, I'm just kidding. I do love it. I think that it's a very special moment. And once this lockdown's over, once we figure out how the world is going to function again, there's going to be a lot of moments where I'll be working, and we haven't been working. And my children, you know, as much as they want to be around me 24 hours a day, I also think they sometimes want a break. But I love seeing every single change that happens in them, and all the different, you know, the learning process that happens with the young children. It's really amazing.
Great.
Speaking of children and young children and how impressionable they can be, we have a question here from Nisha. And Nisha is asking that as she grows into a young woman, what kind of advice would you give her as she tries to navigate a social media world full of comparisons? And I'm sure you've had like a lot of experience dealing with that.
Yeah, one of the things that I'll explain like I'll give you the very short version of this to all the haters that write all these nasty things and say these things that are very, very mean. So let's put this in perspective. The hater goes to my page. This works for everybody out there, for every single person out there that deals with a lot of, like all these crazy comments. Now, the person goes to my page, he spends time on my page, he decides that he's going to write something nasty, he thinks about it, he writes it, he erases it, he rewrites it, he erases it, he rewrites it, and goes, this is the comment that's gonna get this girl and make her feel horrible. So then he posts it. But then what does he do after that? He starts doing this to the page to see if anybody, all the people who are writing and they're writing, see what the comments they're gonna get back. So actually, if you think about it, that person's probably your fan because they spend more time on your page than the people who like you. The people who like you like your picture and they move on to the next person. The hater loves you so much that he spends so much time on your page to figure out the nasty thing to say. And you're not the only one he's doing it to, or she's not, she's not the only one who's writing a comment on just your page. They write it on so many pages. They might be doing a copy paste. So the lovely thing about social media is you have a beautiful button called the block button. So block them, cut them out, and say bye-bye. And then, you're left with all the people who support you and love you. So think about that. Put that in a rewind and re-listen because
that's really great advice.
End up spending more time looking at your page and looking for all the things that they can say than your friend, because your friend's like, okay, I like this picture, I'm going to move on to my next friend, and then like the picture and so on.
It's the haters that actually take more time on your page, right? So in essence, they're a fan.
Yeah,
like just flip it around.
Yeah, you just gotta flip it around and move forward.
Nice.
And actually, that's a great tie-in because our next question is from Sarika, and her question is, what advice would you give young females that are interested in the entertainment industry?
I think that if you're interested in the entertainment industry, really understand your craft, understand the industry, understand also the business side of it, and where you can excel that makes you maybe a little bit different than somebody else. So that might be really honing in on a craft that you have, whether it's dancing, then really understand maybe multiple forms of dancing, really understand the craft of what you want to do, and be professional. I think half of the game is being professional, showing up with a smile on your face, making sure that the producer, the director, the cameraman, the lighting guy, everybody on set, you say hello to and you say bye to, and make sure that they love you. And even though you might have the smallest of roles, I promise you they most likely will remember who you are because you were nice to them and you were nice to the people that you worked with. And that is really half the game when you're looking for jobs out there. And if you get one and you are that person, it really goes a long way because word of mouth is always what makes you get the next job.
I think that was a wonderful way and super inspirational to sort of end and wrap up this interview with you. Sunny, you were amazing to have, and you said some incredible things, very inspiring to so many people out there. Thank you so much for being with us today. We're going to leave you one last thing. What's your favorite dish, Sunny? That was a question too. What's your favorite dish you cook?
I love Mexican food. All day long, guacamole, all day long, and chips. Maybe a margarita. Maybe two.
Excellent. Any last things you want to say to your fans out there, Sunny, before you head out?
Yes. I want to say thank you, everybody, for watching, for supporting this. I think that what is being done here maybe is going to put a smile on your face, feel good for the day. You're going to see different people. We're isolated, so enjoy this moment. Watch all the acts, enjoy it, and you know, eat your popcorn, have your margarita, sit in your backyard, and, you know, enjoy what we do have instead of what we don't have.
I love it.
Amazing.
Love it. Thank you so much, Sunny. It was great having you.
Bye.
Bye, Sunny. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
All right, what a jam-packed day full of amazing performances. I hope you enjoyed it because I know me and Opega loved it.
Absolutely.
And special thanks to you guys for tuning in. We love that you were with us and giving us a nice big party. But don't forget, we'll be back tomorrow. The party doesn't end. We'll be back tomorrow with another jam-packed schedule, including exclusive performances. Folks, you don't want to miss this. We've got performances by the Meat Bros featuring the one and only the super talented Khushbu Gadiwal. You don't want to miss it.
Absolutely not. They are rocking. And that was such a Bollywood Bombay term for me, that we were absolutely rocking. We can't wait to see you back tomorrow, 6 p.m. EST live, Facebook Live. Amin and I are going to be here to rock your evening. And like Sunny said, grab a margarita, grab popcorn, enjoy it in the backyard or wherever you want. And a big thank you to our sponsors, TD, The Ready Commitment, OLG, and Tim Hortons. Grab your Timmy tonight. Until tomorrow, I'm Upeka.
And I'm Amin. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.